How's it going, YouTube? Spec M Auto is back with a video today. You know where I'm at and you know what we're about to be doing. A walk around. So right away, I'm going to show you the first car on my list. Unfortunately, you guys have seen this Triumph on my channel before. It was offered up there for sale as a builder car. But I guess unfortunately no one ever bought it, so now it ended up being parted out in the yard. So you guys can remember all the old AAA Plus and Nationwide insurance stickers and stuff. So I guess we can take a quick look at it. Very, very sad to see this in such shape, especially because I'm pretty sure this was a complete car just months ago. You know, seats are gone, dash is gone, half the interior is gone, and it's just tore up. So I'm very disappointed to announce that to you guys. If you guys have been on my channel for a while and you've seen this TR7, such a shame. It was a 1977. I suppose this is always time to say goodbye to a piece of history. Look at these speakers though. Oh, that's interesting. Those are some of the weirdest speakers I've ever seen. Then again, things were way different in the 1970s. So, may this car rest in peace, guys. You guys might be guessing what kind of car this is. No, it's not a Geo Metro. It's a Suzuki Swift. 1995 model year. I have not seen a Suzuki Swift in forever. Ironically, I still see the GM rebadged ones around pretty frequently, but never a Suzuki. This floor is completely shot. Someone just sat a random metal pan down there to kind of, as a makeshift floor. You guys can see underneath. Oh, not really, but it's rotted out. There's a giant hole underneath. These old cheapo seats. I mean, they feel surprisingly squishy for looking like they could be as hard as a rock. I'm sure they're still not comfortable to sit in though. Got cheap old visors, makeshift headliner, all the works of your average Suzuki Swift and Geo Metro. Has 141,000 miles. Has old school climate control and radio. I wonder if we'll be able to find anything interesting in the glove box. Here's your old-fashioned engine. Man, what kind of engine is this? Let me take a look. 1.3 liter. It looks like a 4-cylinder because there's 4 spark plugs there. I know some of these came in 3 cylinders, I believe. Ah, shit. Damn, that was music to my ears. Well, there's a warranty information booklet for Suzuki Samurai, Swift, and Sidekick, but nothing else. I'm surprised even that survived all these years of just existing. Floor is utterly disgusting. I'm a little nervous that some freaking animal might be in here or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's your average hunk of shit in the yard. But I thought it'd be interesting to show you because, you know, you never see a Suzuki Swift around anymore. (2001) Volkswagen Cabrio. Wow. 2-liter. Can't really get much information out of that because there's no hood, no catalyst stickers. That's pretty cool. Not really. Ugh. I have not done a walk around video in so long. Alarma. Thank you, Volkswagen. I'm actually a little surprised because a lot of these old Volkswagens usually have that like crown box smell. I don't know if any of you guys understand what I'm talking about. Like, anytime I've ever went through an old Volkswagen, whether it's at the junkyard or just at a dealership, they were always like, the inside always smelled like the inside of a crown box. I don't know, it's really weird, but ironically this one doesn't have that smell. And here I present to you the world's tiniest trunk. Holy shit. It's hard to believe that this is an 01. This looks like it'd be way older than that. Like maybe, looks like it may be like an early mid-90s, man. Like, this thing looks so freaking dated. At least there's a lot of other 2001 cars that look at least somewhat modern. Ooh, that's interesting. That is such a weird glove box. Look at that, watch. It's pretty cool how it like does that soft opening and softer close. Pretty cool. And if you guys happen to know what these little lines are, drop a comment down. I feel like I would want to say it's some kind of change holder, but I seriously think I'm wrong on that. And obviously this is a cabriolet, so it's a convertible. I've never been a fan with these giant ass buttons on the sides of the headrests for these cars. Like, you gotta make it more subtle, because I think it just gives it a cheap feeling in my opinion. But opinions vary. Let me tell you guys the best junkyard to do a walk around in. And this one isn't it, although this is a really good yard for getting parts. Although I do occasionally run into some interesting cars here once in a while. I say the best junkyard to do walk-arounds would probably be, well, in terms of crazy stuff, like insane wrecks and stuff, would be U-Parted. That is a very good yard for that. Around this yard, there ain't a whole lot of crazy wrecks, so it makes a very awesome yard for selection of parts. And I can't tell you guys how many parts I've found and gotten from this particular junkyard. Guess we could stop and look at this one. You'll see these very often. It's a 95 Honda Accord Coupe. I hardly ever see any coupes on the road anymore, at least from this era. I still see a lot of the 4-doors, but 2-doors hardly ever. These Accords do last forever though. That will give it that to Honda, you know. Honda makes some very spectacular products. So we welcome ourselves to a really fucked up interior. Probably the worst leather seats I've ever seen. Looks like they were nice back in its heyday. You got some fake wood grain trim that appears to have been burned at some point. Then, up the seat, see some nasty old carpet. The back seats actually do not look bad at all. Like, they could probably clean up very well, but these front seats are just shot. It's crazy. Actually, back in high school, I almost got an Accord. It was actually the same year, but it wasn't a coupe. Jeez, bless me. Anyway, it was a gold 95 sedan. It was before I bought my Hyundai, my first car, and me and my mother went to test drive it, and she didn't like it because, like, the passenger side mirror was just like bolted on with like a screw, like all redneck rigged and stuff. And the the car felt like it was probably going to break down at some point. But that's not the first time I almost bought an Accord. Before that Accord, there was a 90, or not 90, it was a 89 Honda Accord with the pop-up headlights. It was a 4-door as well. And I was very, very close to buying it for like 500 bucks. But then I was lucky. I was smart enough to be like, oh, I'll sit on it and think about it. And then a couple days later, I saw a Facebook post that the car completely broke down and got towed away on a tow truck with the picture of the car on the tow truck. So, thank God I didn't buy that piece of shit. So I guess there was a reason why she was selling it. Just do a quick look through on this old Accord manual. I've always liked the Honda Accords though. Man, I think there was at least actually 3 occasions I almost bought an Accord. I think there was a 99 I almost bought too, but never did. I must have something with the Honda Accord. I definitely do with the new ones, like 2018 and this year. Oh man, that body style is sexy. It is a beautiful, beautiful car. If I had the money, I would definitely buy one. I would get the Sport Edition with the 2-liter turbo. We can add our Mitsubishi to our list. 03 Eclipse. Has the very common destroyed dash. Seats are actually in pretty decent shape, minus this giant hole in the center. But back in its day, I'm sure they were very cool seats. It looks like this was possibly a power switch. I don't know. Half the back seat is gone, so somebody needed a back seat. Comes with a sunroof, hatchback option. See, I like the hardtop Eclipses better because they have that nice hatch. Like, that's the one thing I never liked about the convertible Mitsubishi Eclipse cars, is that they got rid of the hatchback for the soft top, and it just had this like tiny trunk opening, and I've never cared for it. I've always been a hatchback kind of person. It's very, very convenient to have. Like in my Tiburon, it was similar to that. I had a big hatchback like that. Little 2-door car just like this. I was able to literally shove an entire bike in the back and just shut it, and it fit perfect. In that tiny car. It's crazy. Here's an Accord similar to one I almost bought forever ago. Probably around the same year, not sure. John Hinderer Honda. There are some pretty cool cars around here, but I gotta find them. Here's a Sentra Special Edition. I don't know if that actually means anything or if this is just a Walmart AutoZone special. It doesn't appear to have any special interior or anything like that, so I'm guessing it's just a AutoZone mod. So, screw you, I guess. This car's completely obliterated. Damn, son. Soft Crush. Doesn't look very soft to me, bud. Got some goodies in here. You got some Krispy Kreme donuts, Spider-Man shoes. Looks like a little toy boat. And some garbage. And there looks like a bag of Cheetos. So if you want some free Cheetos, come to the local junkyard. I'm sure these cars will suit your needs of munchies. I'll show you guys the Honda Civics that I got my black seats out of. That reminds me, I gotta make a vlog video about that. I might do that today too. So I don't know which video is gonna come out first, so bear with me here. Alright, let me find these cars real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, here's parts car number 1, guys. I've actually got LXS parts out of 3 of these, because one car had some parts, and then had other fucked up parts, then this car had more parts that I could get, and vice versa. So here's where I got my set of black LXS seats from. I didn't take the back of the front seats with me because I already had them, so I didn't want extra shit laying around, so I just left those here for someone else. Turns out the passenger seat over there was a little bent inward from that airbag on that seat blowing, so I got another passenger seat to go in this one's place, so that's what I did. So in my car, since I completed the seat swap, I got the driver's seat and the rear seat out of this. And then right over there, that silver car is where I got the passenger seat. So we can go look at that real quick. And let's see, that one is a 2010 and this one's a 2009. So 1 year apart, but same parts. And as you guys can see in here, passenger seat is of course gone, and there's still driver seat and rear seat. So if anybody in the Columbus, Ohio area is interested in doing a black LXS seat interior swap, here we go. Here's 2 of them here at Pick and Pull. So these seats are actually in really good shape. The interior just smells kind of funny, but yeah, just use it like an extractor tool and some fabric softener or whatever to freshen it up. These seats do have a couple of cigarette burns, so I thought I'd say that, so I'm not doing any false advertising. Shit, I'm doing free advertising for Pick and Pull, guys. That's alright. I love this place. I've gotten so many parts from here. This is a great yard with a bunch of great people. Very thankful to have such a nice yard in our area. But yeah, we got door panels, we got dashboard parts, pillars. We got the trims along the bottom of the dash on the floor, and trunk lid. You can't really see it because it's under the trunk. That's upside down. So any 8th gen Civic enthusiasts that kind of want to do the interior swap, that I just come over here and get the parts you need. Check this one out, guys. One we haven't seen in a long time. 1990 Ford Econoline Club Wagon XLT. Damn, this thing is huge. Oops. Has power locks and windows. It's got 2 blue seats that are in actually very good health for the age. This van was manufactured in October of '89, so just before 90. Here's your engine without the doghouse. See part of your transmission and your engine. Here's some engine information. Sure, it tells you like the displacement and some other options. Has a column shifter sitting at 44,000. I highly doubt that's actually 44,000. I'm sure it's rolled over at least once. Got your old-fashioned wipers, your old lights, overdrive button. It's super outdated, but man, this thing is so cool. There's just something about these old vans that I really, really like. These like old square body vans, definitely. Looks like it was a passenger van at one time. Just doesn't have any more seats. Has a big sliding door. Ooh, cool. Look at this. 1990 owner's guide for the Econoline. Honestly, I might buy this. This will be a cool little thing for my collection, because you're probably never going to see these ancient vans ever again. Oh, these are just like old maps back in the days before GPS. Yeah, I'm definitely going to hold on to that. That's super cool. Got your wood grain and your XLT logo. The roof's in pretty solid shape. I'm gonna go inside. Oh shit. Okay, this is really cool. So now we're inside of the club wagon. I like these old climate vents. And look, there's a little option here for registers or floor. Got pop-out windows. Fancy looking padding there. Looks like you have some hubcaps and doghouse laying there. Like right here, I believe, is a ashtray. That's super cool. Wow. Man, I don't know. I've always had a special place in my heart for these old vans. And not just Ford. Like, I like the Dodge ones and the Chevy ones. Now, in terms of Chevy, I'm talking about like the G20 or whatever those vans were before the Express. It's got old loose pockets and it looks like old original keys possibly. I'm definitely not sticking my hand in that water, so sorry guys. Man, this thing's huge. And that is why it's called a club wagon. And the thing I always thought that was interesting about these old vans is how there's always this line right here. It's like they extended it from factory. It says like you can kind of see the original length plus the extra few feet they put on there. So that's like really cool. I do like how the modern vans are a lot more subtle with it now. It ain't so obvious. You got some jacking instructions for the E250 350. It's impressive. Look at this, guys. Look at this paint, and then look at this. This right here is what the paint would have looked like versus what it looks like now. Damn, that aged. And not very well. On to the next one. What about this beast? 96 Ram 1500 spray painted camouflage. You can tell it was probably owned by a redneck. It ain't much to look at, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you guys, because when was the last time you saw a custom painted Ram from the 90s? This engine looks done. Not entirely sure what engine family this is though. It looks like a pretty small engine though. I would still say it's a V8 though. Not only because of the spark plug count, but because it obviously says V8 right there. So I don't know why I had to take a minute to figure that out. I am clearly a dumbass. The only way you could open this truck is by opening the handle inside. So you could tell before it was camouflage, it was a forest green color. Has disgusting seats with disgusting seat covers. Had a big old box here in the middle. You fit all your supplies. And it's also a big comfortable armrest and the third seat. half the interior is gone. Got dust, broken dash. 205,000 miles. So this truck made it pretty far. Headliner is just garbage. Typical Dodge of the 90s. Ram. Buy one today. The Chevy Cruze was cruising for a bruising. Pun. Pun. I love puns. 2013 Chevy Cruze, completely trash. Made right here in Ohio. Died in Ohio. Even though I'm not big of a GM guy, I've always liked the interiors of these early Cruzes. Cruise, whatever. You know what I mean. It took one hell of a hit in the back, so obviously that's what sent it to its grave. Missing 2 passenger side doors, so somebody needed doors for their Chevy Cruze. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time with this one because it's a pretty modern car, newer, but still fucked up to see the back all smashed up. Seats would probably clean up good, they're just dirty. It's typical for junkyard cars like this. Front looks like it got pretty dinged up too with this crash bar. It's bent inward. So, rest in peace to the Chevy Cruze. There's actually 2 more GM cars I want to show you guys. So right here we have an old 98 Bonneville. Covered in moss. So this thing's been sitting for a very long time. Ugh. Manufactured in November of 97, so this thing's like a couple months younger than me pretty much. Has these brown seats that look like they were super nice. Like that one looks like it's in really good shape, but this one has some rips in it, you know, typical driver wear. Has a nice big flowing dash right here with lots of gauges. You smell the leather. It doesn't even stink in this car, it just smells like leather. That's what's nice. And this headliner is like the worst. Including the visors. The visors are trash. Sad to see these cars here like this, you know, but it's the way life goes. Looks like these old cars came with an ashtray. Because, you know, lots of boomers smoked since they were the age of 2, so ashtrays were a requirement in cars back in the day. Back seats look like they're in pretty good shape. So, I mean, there are a lot of salvageable parts on this car if somebody happened to have a Bonneville and needed parts for it. Including a pretty dang decent set of wheels. They clean up nice, and the tires have plenty of meat on them. Comes with a hitch. Huge trunk. Yeah, full set of 4 tires. That's awesome. Bonneville SC. I've always liked these old Bonnevilles. I like the styling of it, the old-fashioned shit. And over here, we have a Buick that I also want to show you guys. A Buick Park Avenue. Don't know what year it is yet because I just now came over here for the first time to look at it. 1996. Also has a huge trunk, much like the Bonneville, but I think this one has a little bit bigger of a trunk. Has the old-fashioned Buick emblems on the side pillar here. And this one obviously is in much better shape in terms of paint condition and lack of moss. It looks like this one appears to have a full set of wheels too, so. Let's take a look at the back seat. See, even this car doesn't smell bad. It just smells like an old car, like an old person car, which I'm definitely can tell it was an older person's car. Everything down to the floor mats are in good shape. Seats look like little sofas. I dig the seats in these old GM cars. I will give it to GM for that. Not a big GM fan, like I said, but these seats are pretty damn nice. Oops. Okay, let's take a look at the front seat. Looks like you got power everything. Power seats. Again, ashtray. Power windows, mirrors, locks. You have cool and warm on your passenger climate control there. That's pretty neat. Ooh, look at this. Come on. Wow. Buick Premium American Motor Cars. Oh, wow. And you got maintenance dating back to at least 2001. June 14th, 2001. I wonder if there's any more maintenance that's even older than that. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, definitely. It goes as far back as 1997. So this is an old original maintenance log from 1997, and it holds maintenance records all the way to 2008. Wow, that is awesome. That is so cool. I didn't even look at the front interior yet. I just noticed this, and now look at this. Same picture with the old lady at the computer. That's sweet. Buick Park Avenue, Miamisburg Auto Parts? I don't know what that says. Tank holds 18 gallons of gas. So somebody really studied their owner's manual. So obviously, this car had to have been very well maintained just looking at this. Plus the condition of the interior, plus the condition of the paint and the wheels outside. So it's like bonuses, man. Bonuses. Now, if I found an original window sticker in this car, oh, I would snatch that up and buy it in a heartbeat. Let's talk. The service signals checklist for car owner. With a picture of a depressed car. Courtesy transportation, quality plus Buick. I'm not going to sit here and read all that, but it's still very fascinating to just go through this old booklet here. Okay, let's put everything back where it belongs. This is so cool. I'm half tempted to add this to my collection too, but excuse me, I don't know. I don't know. I would have a pretty extensive owner's booklet collection, because I have an original Saturn one. I have a what's the other one I have? Dang it, I think I made a video on it. I don't remember the other owner's manual, but I know I have a Saturn one. Oh, Cadillac Catera, that's right. I have a Cadillac Catera booklet. I'm definitely considering this too, because that is badass. An all-original Buick booklet. Wow. Anyway, let's look at the front seats. Look at this. Buick Park Avenue. Embroidered in the front seats. Big, beautiful bench seat. Feels like a soft cushion. Also comes with a center console. With a bunch of Starbucks napkins. And turned into a third row seat. You have oil reset and trunk release in the glove box. Supplemental restraint. I was thinking this was another box, but it's just an airbag. What's in this bad boy? ashtray, and a cigarette lighter. Let's take a look at this might just be an original lighter too. Look at that. Never been used. I wonder if it says Buick anywhere on it. It doesn't, but I can almost guarantee that this is the original lighter, because the ashtray looks like it's never been used. So this was a non-smoker's car, on top of having all the maintenance records and a very mint condition interior. Headliner is very good, except for sagging in the back. That's unfortunate. You have lamp monitor up on top. It looks like you have an auto dimming mirror. That is so cool. I can't get over this. I don't want to be blowing all my money on booklets though. That's the thing. Man, someone completely busted out the headlight. It looks like it could have been salvageable before they made it in the plastic. This looks like a 3800. Yeah, it's a 3.8, so it's a 3800 engine. It has a little courtesy light under the hood for if you're working on your car. Here's another one of the glass headlights that are in good shape. This is plastic, and these are plastic, but that's glass. Tell me what you think of the old Buick, guys. Oh, and the old Pontiac over there. Alrighty guys, it's time to go. This is part 1 of part 2. So, stay tuned for part 2, guys. That'll be out very soon. It's already going to be edited and ready to upload. Going to be up here in a couple of days after this video first come out. Please don't forget to leave a like, share the video with your friends and family, and the most important step of them all, subscribe to my channel for more content. Stay safe out there. See y'all later. Have a good day.